Love Life with Virgo Woman, and 5 Brutal Truths. Virgo women are forces of nature, so loving them can be inevitable. They're dedicated, strong-willed, capable, and wicked smart, which makes for a combination that will leave very few unaffected. However, easy as it may be to fall in love with them, being in love with them is far more complicated. After all those positive and attractive attributes come hand in hand with Virgo's negative sides. Loving a Virgo woman can be a rewarding experience, but it can very quickly transform into a battle of wills that can turn any relationship into a minefield. The rewards are worth it, as loving a Virgo woman can change your life, but do you have what it takes to do it? You might believe you do, but keep in mind that loving a Virgo woman can be hard. These brutal truths about loving a Virgo woman will tell you why. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to Zodiac's Talks channel and click on the bell icon and select all to get notifications of all the latest updates. Number 1. They're busybodies. Virgos have never met a problem they didn't want to fix, and that includes other people's problems, which means that loving a Virgo comes with a heaping dose of unsolicited advice and criticism. The good news is that this often comes from a place of caring. The bad news is that it doesn't make it any less annoying. Virgo women are pragmatic thinkers. They look at problems and arrive at solutions as quickly and efficiently as possible. This is how they solve almost every obstacle in their lives and how they expect other people to solve theirs. While this can be a phenomenal outlook to have, it can also be a problem in their relationships, as, to make life easier for their loved ones, Virgo women will point out everything they're doing wrong. It's not common for those dating a Virgo to feel like they're not good enough precisely because of this. What for Virgo women may seem like problem solving can come off as relentless criticism to their loved ones, which often has the opposite effect of what they were trying to achieve. Luckily, clear communication is often enough to solve this little quirk. If you can't stand unsolicited advice, ask your partner to refrain from giving it unless you've asked for it. They might slip from time to time, but Virgo women are also good listeners. Number 2. They're perfectionist, neat freaks. Virgo women's pragmatism is only outshone by their perfectionism. They want everything to work exactly as they picture it, and they're not afraid to go the extra mile to do it. They have big expectations for themselves and their loved ones, and while this can lead to some impressive achievements, it can also put a strain on all but the most robust relationships. If there's something that doesn't live up to their standards, Virgo women will let you know, and unlike the previous point, this isn't something they do for your self-improvement. No, Virgo women can't stand messes, or what they perceive as messy. So if you don't clean or organize to their taste, then you might as well not have done a thing. It's given that Virgo women will always try to look their best, but if your Virgo woman is particularly domineering, this might even extend to how you present yourself. If you don't mind being bossed around a little, then you've found the woman for you. If you do mind, however, setting clear and healthy boundaries from the start of the relationship is the way to go. Number 3. They're incredibly picky. This comes as no surprise considering the previous points, but pleasing a Virgo is incredibly hard. It's not only that they're perfectionists, but also that they have rather high standards for every single aspect of their lives, including, of course, who they choose to love. They don't do casual, and they don't lower their standards for anyone, which means that if a Virgo has decided to love you, they truly must have seen something special in you. Heartwarming as the thought may be, it also means that they will expect you to live up to their standards, which, as discussed, can be irrationally high at times. Here the solution becomes an act of balance, one that depends entirely on open communication and on having a fairly robust sense of self-worth. You need to understand what Virgo expects in the relationship, and it's essential for Virgo to understand the same of you. Spontaneity and improvisation may work wonders when dating other women, but when it comes to Virgo, it just won't do. Having a clear idea of their tastes, preferences, goals in life, and expectations will give you something to work with, and believe us, to make a Virgo woman happy, having a solid plan is always the way to go. Number 4. They're as independent as they come. Due to their high expectations and pragmatic spirits, Virgo women are some of the most independent souls in the entire zodiac. They've learned not to depend on others for anything and take pride in doing things themselves. They're not the kind of woman to blindly jump into a relationship to avoid being on their own, nor are they the kind of woman who will enter a relationship with someone just to see how it goes. They know how to be on their own and even enjoy it. They dictate their own rules, and they live their lives on their own terms. So for Virgo women, relationships are a nice plus, rather than a requirement. This means that from you, they'll expect companionship with little else. Something many people love, but also something others dread. To be in a relationship with someone that doesn't need you can be a daunting prospect, but it can also be incredibly liberating. It all depends on the way you approach it. If you see someone needing you as a sign of love, Virgo women may come off as cold and aloof. If you see someone not needing you but wanting you, Virgo women may come off as stern yet loving. It's really a matter of perspective. Even if you're the kind of person who'd rather date someone that needs them, you should consider loving a Virgo woman regardless. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn to appreciate their independence. Number 5. They're unbelievably loyal. It makes sense, doesn't it? You have a woman that's perfectly capable of being on their own, yet chooses to be with you. A pragmatic woman that wants to use her smarts and impressive willpower to improve not only herself, but also you. A force of nature seeking to become part of your life and support you in any way she can. Of course, Virgo women are some of the most loyal people on the planet. They've decided to throw in their weight with you, and by God, they'll try their best to make the relationship work, even going as far as to temper her more nitpicky habits and try to just go along for the ride from time to time. A Virgo woman's loyalty and dedication to those they love is truly a sight to behold, and if you find yourself in this group, you should consider yourself lucky. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comment box.